What's the difference between an EIN, a SSN, and a DUNS? Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So pretty simple. What's the difference between my EIN, my social, and a DUNS number? All right, so let's make this really quick. Now, your social, of course, is used for identification purposes of you, the individual. It is also used to obtain credit. You can use your social to apply for loans, credit cards, whatever it is that you need other than personal items that you would apply for, a birth certificate or applying for applications and things like that. You can use your social for those items. But once you incorporate and become a business, you now have created something new, which is a business. Now, out of that business comes with the opportunity to also build business credit. But in order to build business credit, you're going to need two things, an EIN and a DUNS number. What is the EIN? The EIN is used for tax reporting purposes only. It is a number that is given to you from the IRS. It is 9 digits, just like your social. But again, it is mainly for tax reporting purposes and if you are an employer that has employees. Now, even if you don't have employees, even if you are not incorporated and you are a sole proprietor, you can apply for an EIN. You also can apply for EIN if you are a nonprofit, okay? Now, the reason they let you use these numbers or apply for these numbers is because they just want to give you another number to put down that's not your social when you are reporting taxes, all right? If you're an individual who is applying for the SBA loan, the EIDL loan, you'll notice that a lot of individuals are getting their loans turned down or rejected or declined because when the SBA actually did their research of the EIN number, they saw nothing. They either saw no EIN number or they saw no previous tax reportings under this EIN number, or they looked you up in your state registry and they saw no business and no EIN number. So it is for tax reporting purposes only, but you will need it to identify your business when you're dealing with anyone that's not necessarily a creditor or the government. Everyone else uses your EIN number to identify your business. Now, once you have become this business, you got this EIN number, you're in operation, your personal credit is looking good, you got at least a 620. With the coronavirus, this pandemic has really caused banks to get all freaky and scared, and now they want the credit to be higher than it normally would. You'll notice that even if you're getting approved for credit cards, some people are getting approved for a lot less. If you have credit cards now that have limits, you'll see that some people, their cards are lowering the limits automatically. Banks are just scared. They think that we're going to go into a depression. They think that people are going to file bankruptcy. They think people aren't going to pay their bills. So they're doing whatever they can to protect them. So it's not personal. It's just what the bank is doing right now. So if you want to move on to getting business credit, you're going to need a better score just so that you can start getting approved for these retail and credit cards. Okay. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need what is called a DUNS number, all right? The DUNS number is associated with the oldest credit bureau in the world, which is Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet was around long before Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian was around. They are the first, and they are the most used in the United States because they deal heavily with the government, okay? Now, this DUNS number is also 9 digits, just like the EIN, just like the SSN, but the DUNS number is now the equivalent to your SSN and your personal credit. So if you were to say, I'm going to apply for credit cards, yes, they may ask for an EIN number on the application, but what they're really doing is they're also going to want, that DUNS number, because that DUNS number is what ties your business to a credit file. So a lot of people aren't really aware of that, of why you need the DUNS number. Well, that's the main reason why, is because that's the only thing that a business or a creditor can do to look at your past performance as a business. Because if you give them the social, it's only going to show them what you've done as an individual. And that is why you want to incorporate, because you want to separate the two. Okay, so that is what the DUNS number is for. The DUNS number is also required if you want to do business with the federal government. If you're interested in getting government contracts or things like that, that is absolutely going to be required. They do that because they also take a look at your report, because if you're going to be a supplier to the government, they want to know that you don't have issues with maybe supplying whoever you were supplying to before. Just because you're getting business credit doesn't mean that you don't also give product to other companies. You are a business too, so you are obviously selling something. And if the company you're dealing with is also linked with Dun & Bradstreet, it's very possible that you too can report on each other. But that's another video, but I will tell you, you'll need their credit package in order to do that. But the DUNS number is used for that. It is required for the government. It is required when you want to get credit, because that's technically your social. And so that's pretty much the difference between the three of them. So if you've ever heard anybody tell you that your EIN is equivalent to the social for your business, that's not true. It is for IRS tax reporting purposes only. Your DUNS is the equivalent to your social when it comes to credit. And you will notice that when you're doing any type of business with another business, or if you're doing any type of business with any type of government agency, you do have to have a DUNS number, or they will not do business with you. The DUNS number is free if you use the link that I put below. You have to state that you are a government contractor, or are becoming a government contractor. I would say that you never know what service you're going to provide later on. So get it while it's free. If not, you're going to have to pay $229 through Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so you make it your choice. But anyway, I hope I explained the differences between the EIN, the SSN, and the DUNS. All right, have a good one. Thanks. Bye.